still works. Yeah, they did the same one now. They gave a fade, little boy haircut. But I think they did some with the nose too. The nose look the same to me. The nose looks bigger than the other one. No, she just got a big nose. And that nose is, you look at all three photos, her nose is the same. Yeah, they kind of didn't take the earring out. See, it looks like it got a fish hook hanging out of his face. Oh, yeah, they didn't take the earring. They got the fish hook. Yeah, man, but yeah, y'all wrong. This thing, that affects you. I guarantee it's the same deal. I know it's fake because I just seen this recent video from her with Mala, and she's actually really tall. Yeah, I mean, pull up the video. I mean, this is crazy, dog. That actually scared me when I saw that. Hey, he's a small wolf today. She's tall. She got some thigh gap on him too. You know that thigh gap she got? Why I want to see that? I'm just saying. You know what thigh gap is, right? Hey, who doesn't know what thigh gap is? I mean, a lot of women wish they had thigh gap. Apparently, a lot of dudes do too. What? Get it? You don't get
Picture perfect. Good afternoon. So we are in the closing phase of this campaign, and Jonathan and I have been presenting our closing arguments to the American people. As you've heard me say many times, my pledge to the American people is to pursue common sense solutions to those, even those who disagree with me, to listen to experts, and to be a president for all Americans. Donald Trump's closing argument is very different. He pits Americans against one another. He spends full time having Americans point their fingers at one another. And he spends a considerable amount of time plotting his revenge on his political opponents. As of last night, just to add more, he has indicated
sexist, misogynist, racist, Nazis.
It doesn't make sense. Proud about it, so turn around and then so. That's like, it's the Republican, send it back to the right.
his revenge on his political opponents. As of last night, just to add more, he has indicated that the person who will be in charge of health care for the American people is someone who has routinely promoted junk science and crazy conspiracy theories, who once expressed support for a national abortion ban, and who is the exact last person in America who should be setting healthcare policy for America's families and children. And that, even worse, he has increased his violent rhetoric, Donald Trump has, about political opponents, and in great detail, suggested rifles should be trained on former Representative Liz Cheney. So this must be disqualifying. Anyone who wants to be president of the United States who uses that kind of violent rhetoric is clearly disqualified and unqualified to be president. Representative Cheney is a true patriot who has shown extraordinary courage in putting country above party. Trump is increasingly, however, someone who considers his political opponents the enemy, is permanently out for revenge, and is increasingly unstable and unhinged. His enemy list has grown longer. His rhetoric has grown more extreme.
She told him that he said that they want to send people quick to war, but when the rifles on them or if they was out there, they're not going to do it. That's what she referenced. Yeah, that's what she referenced. Like, she said this to me after the fighting war. She warmongers so much.
Show me up. You have no reason to.
That's crazy. Like, she just is like,
It's one that real quick. The context of that, said something before we get on the ramble, Tyra, that was the last thing I was going to say. There was some of the shit in there that she said that's insane. He wants to divide the country, but we're voting for Hitler.
Is it weird for you to see Liz Cheney, that'd be Dick Cheney's repulsive little daughter, running against you with Kamala Harris?
Well, I think it hurts Kamala a lot, actually. Look, she's a deranged person. But the reason she cooks in is that she always wanted to go to war with people. I don't want to go to war. She wanted to stay in Syria. I took them out. She wanted to stay in Iraq. I took them out. I mean, if it were up to her, we'd be in 50 different countries. She's a radical war hawk. Let's put her with a rifle standing there with 9 barrels shooting at her, okay? Let's see how she feels about it. You know, when the guns are trained on her face. You know, they're all war hawks when they're sitting in Washington in a nice building saying, oh, gee, let's send 10,000 troops right into the mouth of the enemy. But she's a stupid person. And I have meetings with a lot of people. And she always wanted to go to war with people.
So, example, let's put it. This is supposed to be stuff that we have said. It's stuff that we have said. Oh, it's saying we literally said something. They come around. They turn around and say that nobody didn't even say what he said about the tribe. Knowing damn well that's what he said. No, but then you don't take this out of context. See how we go, look, I like to go for LeBron. No, I said, anybody got shit at this point, I mean, I don't know the brainwash, but I don't know. They do pretty good. They're really good at it. It's like, you know, somebody points something out to you, and now you always see it, you can't unsee it. That's what we are. But before that, you can't see it, you can't see it.
Yeah, we was done in impression.
It's crazy how they sent all of this stuff so perfect, bro. We strategizing behind the scenes, so yeah, we got stuff from everything top down. They try to gain like context. You know, I think it's supported. You know what's crazy? People tagged us today when we posted that LeBron video. Next, they're tagging us in the video that like LeBron is calling context. Well, I think we made that video. That shit was terrible. Well, let's see. But I think it's supported progress because if y'all didn't watch our video, bro, I'm like, we didn't know. I would know. No, that's all I'm saying. So if we didn't do this, if we were not on YouTube, what would we say right now? I don't know. I don't know. I really would have said I'm not going to go that all. Now I want the most continue, man. And I'm like, yeah, man, American tradition. How are you going to point the finger at a circle and say that they're Nazi, and then at the same breath say that he's more divisive than you? I just don't get it. I don't.
Shame on former Representative Liz Cheney. This must be disqualifying. Anyone who wants to be president of the United States who uses that kind of violent rhetoric is clearly disqualified and unqualified to be president. Representative Cheney is a true patriot who has shown extraordinary courage in putting country above party. Trump is increasingly, however, someone who considers his political opponents the enemy, is permanently out for revenge, and is increasingly unstable and unhinged. His enemies' list has grown longer, his rhetoric has grown more extreme, and his rhetoric has grown more extreme.
He just looked at the video.
Oh, there.
What's that about? I'm going to keep learning about Kamala Harris. I'm learning enough. I don't know enough about Kamala.
Yeah, you do.
I just want to keep watching.
Yeah, you do.
Y'all literally put y'all political opponent in multiple of them into court, guys. Like, they're saying that
Good to see you,
he's
boss.
going to do anything. Literally. All of what they do. Everything she just said. That he does.
Hello.
They do.
What do you need?
That's one thing. That's
Let me know what you want, and I'll tell the Pegasus people to get it ready.
You know what I think?
Sure,
I think Trump
it's on the way
actually
to the
came
helipad.
off this- I'm not saying he is right, but he actually probably gonna say all this stuff that went on and stuff. He's really gonna probably set forth and expose all of it. That's probably what everybody is scared about.
It's not a politician. He has no
Something
something.
that expose. He trying to expose everything. You know what I mean, bro?
He is even less focused than before on the needs and the concerns and the challenges facing the American people. I have also thought a lot about what this means in terms of our standing in the world. As Vice President, I have represented the United States of America around the world. And what I know is that when we walk in those rooms representing the United States of America, we have the earned and self-appointed authority to then talk about the importance of democracy, the importance of rule of law. And as a result, people around the world who are fighting for freedom and opportunity hold us up as a model. America deserves better than what Donald Trump is offering. America deserves a president who understands our role and responsibility to our people and to the rest of the world to be a model. So I'll end with this. Voters are making their decisions. Many have voted, but there are still those who are making a decision about who they'll vote for. And what I offer is, I ask folks to, among the many issues before you, just consider who's going to be sitting in the Oval Office on January 20th. You even have Donald Trump there, who will be stewing over his enemies list, or I will be there working hard on your behalf on the to-do list. Well, that is the choice among many that is at stake in this election. And I'm going to be proud to earn the vote of the people who intend to win.
Okay, look, I'm heading over to see Dre. Let him know where we at. Imani, you got a lock on Johnny Guns yet?
So I've got a rough area based on a couple cell towers, but I can't be more precise than that. Here's the GPS for the closest tower. You'll need to track him down from there.
Alright, shit, good enough. Hey, get down here.
So I'm not talking since this comment was made, but I will tell you, I know Liz Cheney well enough to know that she is incredibly courageous and has shown herself to be a true patriot at very difficult time in the country. Where to your point, we see this kind of rhetoric that is violent in nature, where we see this kind of spirit coming from Donald Trump that is so laden with the desire for revenge and retribution. And Liz Cheney is a tough person.
Okay, the signal just picked up. You're close by.
And I
Hey, eyes
have
open.
incredible
This
amount of respect.
motherfucker don't play. Better be ready for
I
anything.
think that Liz Cheney is courageous and that we will always make sure that we are all fighting against and speaking out against any form of political violence.
I love her. It's not almost no shit.
Oh, the fact that CNN gave her a platform to admire and spread this propaganda should be disqualifying. It's whether anyone who's doing that propaganda in a political election, it's not fit to be the president.
This is the viewership there, so they're gonna be there. They know she's gonna be incompetent. They stop what Trump said. We all know what he said. And everyone on the line to take the test. They all know what he really said. And they're sitting here asking questions about Liz Cheney said. And will the mainstream media post what Trump said?
No. MSN stands for, CNN stands for the Crappy News Network. MSN is more shitty news for crap.
Trump's incompetent. He's like an unhinged incompetent. What Joe clearly was. And y'all see?
You're a liar.
It's not one thing that they say that they haven't done. That's the same thing. I was about that this morning. But I was like,
You can trade Johnny's position while our friend concentrate on not getting shot.
I haven't listened to shit. Oh, first thing, let's be real. Can we really say that we have, or the right, respect for better work, bro? Can people really say that? I understand that. I don't believe that. That's their argument. That's great. That we call it violence. But hey, I said so we. There it is. Maybe what violence have we called? I mean, don't know anything. Not right.
You still got BLM.
But you know, I don't think I can do it.
Well, we see the whole nation catch on fire.
Yeah.
I'll say that decision. So man, don't throw that in all this. We get to see what the quality
And then Liz Cheney saying that she's a true patriot, but their vice president didn't directly address the substance of what Trump and his team were claiming that he was trying to say, that Cheney is a real model who sent Americans to danger without having the experience of serving himself, which no, Donald Trump didn't do.
No, he had 5 draft deferments, including
FYI,
questionable
Johnny
and
is making
medically
some
for
serious
phone
calls.
spurs.
Private pilot, private kill squad, you know the kind of thing.
Oh, nah, this motherfucker ain't gonna fly away from shit. Hey, get down to the airport.
You say something. You know that something that is doing like, and then they said, I mean, so you know, you got, like, I guess you won't right. You didn't go. Who's gonna go? Did he go? Yeah, what the fuck right here? You got, yeah. Well, I don't think so. Yeah, yeah, but you gotta go. Bro, you got brain. Come on, bro. LeBron's out here. Tim Wall? No. Damn, I'm a believer. You're gonna go. Tim Wall? Tim Wall's gonna go out. You know what I mean? It's no darn great. You'll be.
Hey, I'm at the studio. I was just with Dre. He wanna speak to Guns face to face. He heading down to reach you now. Y'all gotta keep Johnny Guns alive, right? Don't get me wrong. You see this motherfucker, you start shooting. Just don't put the final
How
bullet
can
in
you
him
be
yet.
experienced observing yourself?
Yeah.
Which you should know Donald Trump didn't do.
No, he had 5 draft deferments, including 1 questionable and medically for phone spurs, alleged phone spurs. And she was asked there also about the Arab American vote. People who are concerned, certainly in the key state of Michigan, about the war and the U.S. support for Israel's war in Gaza, that they will consider staying home. She really didn't touch it at all. She pivoted very much to this message of democracy and the democratic principles in America are at risk in this election. I want to bring in Kristen Davison back as well as Chuck Roach to talk about this. First, to the Liz Cheney comment, and that's a big headline where she's saying that it's disqualifying. I think in any other election it would be a bigger headline, but she is saying, Kristen, that it's disqualifying for a presidential candidate to use that rhetoric.
It's not the first time she said that. That's a continuation of her case that Donald Trump has an enemies list and she has a to-do list. I think she probably should have said, we have a to-do list, I have to do this. I would probably get it for saying what's on your to-do list, probably too political, but that's not a new argument for her. I do think she was smart to stay high level and not get too down in the weeds with the comment, keep it focused on the similar message that we saw when she gave her speech.
Every single day. And the reason, a small little bit of undecided that may still be there. In every focus group that I've been on the battleground state, it's about this presidential and looking presidential. There's a lot of folks looking for a reason to vote for her. She's only been in this race for 100 days. Donald Trump's been running for like 8-10 years. They know everything they need to know. When we talked about it being baked in focus groups, folks are looking for an adult in the room. She's trying to stand in front of that plate and be presidential is what she's trying to do.
I think that works because everyone knows who Donald Trump is. He's been in public life for decades. If you don't like Donald Trump and you think something's coming to disqualifying, then they're not listening to him, or the economy is so bad and the country is so unsafe that you don't care. And so I don't think it's convincing. If that worked on you, you are already in the area.
There in Wisconsin, there's 47,000 people in Wisconsin that voters would be paid in the primary there for this less than 10,000 vote difference. But Kristen, I want to ask you about people here. Happy birthday. 3-4 days, that's our birthday. Happy birthday, everybody's got the same birthday, that's great. 4 days. It was like 30. I don't know if it was like 20. It was like 15. And I was cool. I was working on it. They say you gonna know before, a little bit before. They said, I was watching the video, and they said we would know like so that's what we politics, a lot of people are presenting blue states to be red. Yeah, I'm about to say about the vote. Basically, it's not Illinois. Blue, be red. Now what it is. Oh. Michigan, possibly, but Wisconsin, Illinois, I don't know. I feel like he would also Wisconsin over in the markets on the sides in Michigan. It's down. Yeah. I think Georgia, he win in Georgia. I don't put right down with Georgia. In Pennsylvania as well. I feel like everybody knows he can be president in their heart. Yeah, I mean, Steve, I don't know if y'all
asked someone last night. I asked him last night. I said, "Do y'all really think Donald Trump's gonna take our rights?" They said, "Yeah." So what rights? I mean,
Well, do they realize this would make me really think
hey, what rights? They can get to there, but that person will be. So what rights? The women's rights. So an abortion again will be banned. Yes, that's what I said. Oh, it's up. There's not getting past that. It's stuck where it's at. He said he puts a big for where it's at. That's what it's happening.
they have crazy part about the rights took it so bad that 2 years.
You got 4 years.
No, it happened in 2022.
Oh yeah, under y'all administration.
Your administration, 4 years ago. Until the
But we
day
already know that argument, the Supreme Court. I don't know why we keep bringing it up. Supreme Court, that's the argument. It was more Republicans. That's all. Can you work this argument? That is an argument.
Well,
I mean, but I'm just saying that the Supreme Court were good people. Who knows? I don't know. I don't think it's a bad. And the Supreme Court has made the mistake. I don't think it's a law. I think that the Supreme Court did that bad. These people voted in the Supreme Court, right?
Yeah,
See, this is what America voted for.
it was
So we have to America about it.
someone was appointed.
yeah, they're appointed.
They're voted. Are we sure?
Yeah,
For sure.
Yeah, Trump did like 3 of them.
We're sure. They say that's all. Did everything comes down to you think it's a bad law? Then you have to go off your moral.
Hey, is that it?
You know, how you
Cause I don't
feel.
hear nothing.
You don't feel like
That
it's bad law.
motherfucker's still
I mean,
alive,
if
go
you
get
did,
his
you
ass.
said it. No, that's, I don't know if it's true. I don't know that.
Okay, well, it says appointed by the president, confirmed by the Senate. That's how they get the numbers.
The fucking hands off.
That's what I'm saying. Kamala
Dre,
could do the
Johnny,
same thing. Yeah.
Hold up, man. You took something that
Yeah,
belongs to me.
but maybe
Some
if you're
bullshit.
in Congress,
Got
you
mad
just said
respect.
They had
Respect.
Congress, they
What the
was more
fuck do you know
Democrats
about
than
respect?
Congress.
Come on,
This,
man. You know me.
when
You
they
just
was
tried
in
to
office.
black
They
me.
had the food. That's why they was able to
Had to
get
hustle
me
hard to
in
get
the
that
sports.
thing,
They
man.
had
Just
all
trying
You
to
sure
get
more
paid.
Congress, Democrat,
Listen,
right?
I'm sorry.
Yes, that's why they was able to get
Wipe the files,
men and
track
women's
it down,
sports.
try to make this shit right on God. You just tried to kill me. But you know what? Let's forget about that for a minute. The tracks in my phone, that shit leaked, my nigga. That shit is out there.
They did go.
There's no putting that
And,
Jenny back in the bottle.
the board,
Johnny, you
they
think
had
I'm
to
a
pass that
fucking
Senate,
dummy or something?
You know, I'm pretty sure the Republicans
Fuck
are
you.
favor.
But it was
Fuck you
Democrats.
too then.
That Democrat shit.
Watch your
Also,
fucking
like
mouth.
I
Take your
said,
ass back to the
so
golf
it's
course,
not right, man. Either way,
motherfucker. This
man.
the streets.
I think
Way out your
Democrats got
element,
more
man.
in the House.
It's
I
funny
remember
that you should say
everybody, there's a
that
record
because,
voting for the
I
blue
got my clubs
and all
right here.
statewide. So I think
By the
Democrats
way,
did have the House
I like the
completely
9-9.
full.
That's my
And you got
favorite.
you got
Never
vote for the
fails
senator
me,
of your
you know?
state that represents
I
you.
wish this was popped
Feels
right up,
so
bro.
sweet,
That's
so
I'm tripping.
nice, and
Let
you
me
can
know if I'm
really
tripping.
get a hold
No,
of it. You know
Republicans
what I
hold
mean?
the majority, brother. Yeah, we
Now,
counted the
that's a
other day.
great club.
Forget about that.
I'll tell you what,
When?
man.
Now, it says now,
the one that was decreased up.
I don't even feel bad.
Hey, hell, about all I know is shit.
Demos are out there, and there's nothing I can do about it. And you know what? Turns out, hey, golf does put me in a better mood. All right, can you give me a ride home? I got something I want you to hear. Let's ride. Hey, listen. I feel like we've been through a lot together, yeah? But this shit right here, it's put a lot of stuff in perspective for me. Jimmy was right. I've got to stop holding on too tight. I've got to start putting some of these demos out that I've been working on for so many years. You have no idea how much shit I've got.
That's right.
But
I
you
just
wanna hear
spoke to
something?
Attorney Jen
Okay?
hours
This is
ago
a
for the
world
taping of my
premiere.
Sunday show.
Right here.
She
Right
told
now.
me she'd just gotten off the phone with her criminal division chief, and she was investigating whether what Donald Trump said about Liz Cheney constituted a death threat under Arizona law.
Image something I want to offer you guys a gift. You remember when Kamala Harris had the event or her campaign stop where she said, or some people in the audience had said, Jesus is Lord.
I
She
got
said,
the
you went the
chopper.
wrong
Wait.
route.
Let's go.
Oh, you guys took the Brown rally.
And I don't care how you slice that pie. We all know how these people think. And so Work Outreach Church wants to give you a magnet as a gift, absolutely free to you. All you have to do is go to the link in the description section. And I love World Outreach Church. Pastor Alan Jackson is one of the most amazing men. And I'll tell you this, and I know I may be biased, but
he is one of the few pastors that I believe is really standing up for the gospel of Jesus Christ and preaching the truth at a time such as this. So they're going to give you one for free. We want everybody around the entire United States to have a magnet for their vehicle. You put it on your refrigerator or wherever you want to put it that says Jesus is Lord. So if you're a Christian, you want one, all you have to do is go to the link in the description section, get you one. They'll send it to you. It's a 3x4, so it's 3.75 by 4.75 size magnet. It says Jesus is Lord on it. We'll have a picture here on the screen, and you can get you one today, absolutely free. It's a gift to you from World Outreach Church. If you like subscribe to the channel, you already know what to do. Let's get into this, ladies and gentlemen, and ladies' times. This is another radically crazy last-minute Hail Mary by the Democrat Party to shame Donald Trump. I've already played the video yesterday. I read the video yesterday. I showed you guys where Kamala Harris was trying to say that Donald Trump was referring to that he's going to do something, do X for women, even if they don't like it. And she referred to that as reproductive care. When in reality, Donald Trump said nothing about that. He said that he's going to protect women, and his campaign said, don't say I'm going to protect women. You know how crazy that is when you can't even say I'm going to protect women because people get offended. He said, I'm going to say it anyway. It don't matter when we get offended about it, because that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to protect
That's what a man do. A man protect women.
And here's the new controversy. That's not a controversy. They're all on TV today saying the Attorney General in Arizona is going to charge Donald Trump with a felony for threatening Liz Cheney.
Fuck Liz Cheney. I said it. She a fucking war fucking mongler.
Talk about this breaking news regarding Donald Trump's comments that he made about Liz Cheney in Arizona last night. The Attorney General is responding.
All right, wait a minute. Okay. Let's head to the chopper.
That's right. I just spoke to Attorney General Chris Mays about 2 hours ago for the taping of my Sunday show. She told me she'd just gotten off the phone with her criminal division chief, and she was investigating whether what Donald Trump said about Liz Cheney constituted a death threat under Arizona law. I'll tell you, under Arizona law, it is illegal to make threats or intimidate someone. It can be charged as a Class 1 misdemeanor, Class 6 felony. Ms. Mays told me they're looking into it. I asked her whether this is just political speech and free speech. She said we're checking to see if it crossed that line, but she also put it in the larger perspective. If you're here right now, you begin to understand how this place is ready for a high security event on Tuesday, an election. Our sheriff's office is talking about a no tolerance policy for protests. Chris Mays is activating all her agents. Every law enforcement agency in the state is involved with protecting the vote, protecting voters. So that's Chris Mays brought that to the conversation, that for Donald Trump to make these kinds of remarks at this time, such a really fraught and tense moment here in Maricopa County.
Oh, y'all, the fakest fucking news that they got. Fake news.
You should not be able, as a news organization, you should lose your license to promote over the airways. If you are blatantly lying and being deceptive, they kicked him off of Fox because the vending machine sued Fox. We should be able to sue these TV outlets, and then they should have to fire everybody or go out of business. That are spreading complete falsehoods, that are provenly false, not opinionated false, but like factually false. Opinion is, you have an opinion, other person have an opinion. These people are just completely lying. And it's interfering with elections. There's other crimes that they're committing by the things that they're doing. It's not freedom of speech. They're completely deceiving the people. And the federal government lets them use their airways. That's like going on the radio and cussing. There's regulations. You can't just get them a radio and cuss. You can't get them a radio and put pornography on there. And same with television. And you shouldn't be able to get on television.
And straight up fucking lie. Straight up fucking lie. False fucking information. Disinformation, bullshit, wordplay, bullshit.
All right, let's play the clip so you can hear what Donald Trump said. I'm going to show you how the media is losing their salvation over it. Roll the clip.
And I don't blame him for sticking with his daughter, but his daughter is a very dumb individual, very dumb. She's a radical war hawk. Let's put her with a rifle standing there with 9 barrels shooting at her, okay? Let's see how she feels about it. You know, when the guns are trained in her face. You know, they're all war hawks when they're sitting in Washington in a nice building saying, oh, gee, well, let's send 10,000 troops right into the mouth of the enemy. but she's a stupid person. And
That's all he said. He just told the truth. She's a stupid
Put
person.
her on the battlefield and see if she's advocating for wars after you do that.